For the Vols, this is Bryson Tacker. Has not pitched yet this year. 6'2 lefty from Rome, Georgia, is a redshirt freshman. Back at high school at Rome High School, 343 strikeouts in 170 innings. Making his collegiate debut this afternoon at a big spot, trailing by 1, top of the 6th. And Kalen, really good for Tony Vitello and for Tennessee fans to see Andrew Banky back out there. A terrific outing for the Tennessee lefty.
Definitely, and hopefully for him he can get a few more opportunities to get comfortable again and get to where he's feeling good, but definitely great to see him out there. And it'll be interesting to see Tacker and in his first appearance what he's capable of doing here. Big spot for the redshirt freshman.
And the lefty comes in with the terrific third baseman Grant Gallagher due up first. 11 home runs on the season. Second in the country coming into this afternoon. 6, 7, and 8. Gallagher, Little, and Curlis due up for ETSU. First pitch in there just misses from Tacker. What do you remember about your collegiate debut?
I was so nervous, like incredibly nervous, and it ended up being okay. I remember that. Like, I remember I ended up doing well, but I do just remember being so incredibly nervous, like just, I don't know, the adrenaline was insane. So I'm sure he's feeling all of that right now, and my debut was in front of a much, much smaller crowd.
Right. Sure.
So I'm sure this environment is just really insane to pitch in front of.
Yeah, welcome to college baseball, right? Your team's 20-0. Every seat is filled. There's a packed student section back in right field. And you're down by 1 to one of the best midweek teams you'll play all year. Great pitch there from Tacker. Good location on the fastball at 87. Evens the count 2-2. This Tennessee roster filled with freshmen.
Just so nonchalant, like, yeah, this is me, this is what I do. Get with it.
Certainly no one in orange will be shocked to see a Tennessee pitcher with a lot of confidence.
Yeah. I think that is one thing that this team just oozes is confidence, and I think that starts at the top. Coach Vitello, I think, is a very confident coach. He's someone who is very passionate about the game, and I think that radiates throughout his entire team.
Tennessee head coach watching Tristan Curlis, the first baseman, standing in. Knocked a solo homer over the right field fence back in the second. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for ETSU. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Tennessee. And again, Tacker is behind 3-0. This is when he's done his best work against Gallagher and Little, the first 2 batters he's seen. Ninth place batter Montesano waiting on deck. The 3-0 in there for a strike. Tacker working quickly. Curlis trying to slow him down a little bit. So a 5-pitch walk to Tristan Curlis will put a runner on base here for ETSU with 2 away now. And Lenny Montesano coming up.
And I think the focus here for Tacker, this next batter, well, it looks like actually there is going to be a change here. Coach Vitello walking out to the mound.
And it will be a new Tennessee pitcher to see Lenny Montesano, but you see the Tennessee infield giving their freshman pitcher a congrats on a solid first outing. Tell you who the new Tennessee pitcher comes in. And he has been a busy man here early for Tennessee. Got an inning against West Georgia a week ago, walked 1, was clean other than that, retiring the other 3 batters he faced. Through 4 1/3 in his first season in college, still has not given up an earned run, just 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And he will get the 9th place batter, Lenny Montesano. Again, another Tennessee bullpen arm that has been clean to start this season. So Montesano comes up, having struck out of the 2nd and grounded into that double play in the 4th that kept ETSU at 4 runs. First pitch from Krenzel. Way outside at 94. And velocity behind that one.
We talked about earlier in the day, Coach Vitello trying to get as many guys opportunities here as possible, even bringing in someone after 2 outs just to get that 3rd out. Krenzel, like you said, already had a lot of success so far. 4.1 innings pitched, 1 walk and 4 Ks.
1-1. Fouled into the mitt of Peebles. Crowd trying to urge on Krenzel to get Tennessee out of this inning and get those bats going again in the home half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside again.
That one coming in at 95. So, like you said, definitely brings the velo. It's going to be exciting to watch him develop over the next couple years.
2-2, just misses. Home plate umpire Aaron Davis on balls and strikes. A couple of Tennessee infielders took a few steps towards that first base dugout on that pitch. Curlis will get a head start. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. But that is the inning. Montesano never left the batter's box. He thought this was a foul right at the plate. Tennessee keeps playing as Fisher throws it down to first. Home plate umpire Aaron Davis will talk for a moment. But as it stands, that's out number 3, and it looks like that'll be upheld. So, Joe Panucci gets the explanation. Here's another look.
It does look like it could have potentially hit off his toe. So far against the Tennessee lineup, we'll see how much longer he can go if he can continue to keep these guys off balance.
Yeah, 2 1/3 for Brady Frederick, the righty from Knoxville, with 2 hits and 1 run allowed. Reese Chapman thought about pulling the trigger, pulled it back, and watched a strike. 0-1. Frederick's ERA going up despite 2 1/3 of only 1 run at .98. As Chapman flutters this one foul down the left field line, quickly down 0-2. See the 2-strike approach here from the Tennessee right fielder. Hard hit foul right over the ETSU dugout. What's impressed you about Brady Frederick today?
Really, just how he's been able to get ahead in counts, keep these batters off balance. He's got them guessing a lot, and you can see that from the way that they're in the box, considering pulling the trigger. I think that it's great how he did give up that solo shot, but then came right back with the out afterwards. He's been very consistent.
Chapman working from behind, 1-2 to lead off the 6th. Just missed, nearly caught a corner as Frederick almost got Chapman looking there. Difficult pitch to see out there on that edge. 2-2. That one hard hit, but foul again. The shadows that maybe not as much against the hitters at this point. This last couple of innings, pitchers have been in some sun, hitters have been in the shade, and perhaps that disadvantage gone for the pitchers now as Chapman stays alive. And that ball can play tricks on you a little bit when you're standing in the shade and the mound is in the sun.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see Little out there in left field trying to stand in the shade. He's trying to stand in the shadow of the scoreboard.
2-2. That one just missed the corner as well. So good AB here from Reese Chapman, who fell behind 0-2, now back working the count full. Full count pitch. That one popped straight up, and the pitcher, Frederick, fielding his own position, retires Chapman. That's the rare P1 on your scorebook.
Yeah. It's always nice to see the pitcher field their own position. However, right there, I think that Gallagher could have made that play if he really wanted to.
So here's Cannon Peebles. His third time to the dish. Big cut and miss. Flew out to center and doubled his 2 times up.
And this was pretty much the same position that he was in when he hit that double, 1 out. Tried to start something for the Volunteers. They weren't able to capitalize.
And his second time seeing Brady Frederick. Sees the righty get ahead again, 0-2. That one outside. This one following the same script as so many at-bats with the Knoxville native up there on the mound for ETSU. Curlis making a nice grab as he had to range back just a bit. Came off the bag for a moment. But our first base umpire, Anthony Perez, saying the foot was down in time. And this immediately will be challenged. Tennessee appears confident that Peebles is going to be safe here.
I do think that that was the right call to challenge that, in my opinion, which, I mean, we will get to see the review, but in my opinion, it did look like he was maybe off the bag when he made the catch.
It's close.
It's so close. It's going to depend. Did he get back down in time? I think maybe he did.
I think he did. Ball in the glove there, and the foot. Hard to tell from our angle, but I would say probable that the foot got there in time.
I agree with you, and it does have to be indisputable.
It's a great play from Tristan Curlis.
Yeah.
And a
great hustle from Peebles.
the foot down.
Yeah.
As we get a verdict here from our umpires. So the defensive positioning for ETSU has robbed Tennessee of a couple of base hits today. Torres erasing Peebles. 2 up, 2 down. Now for the left fielder, Dalton Bargo. Bargo, who had 2 home runs in 1 inning earlier this year against UNC Asheville, watches a strike, and once again, Brady Frederick gets ahead. The 0-1. That one lifted foul. Tennessee hitters just having a tough time with that breaking pitch that's just been so well located for Brady Frederick today.
They have, and it has just missed their barrels.
As Frederick misses another barrel to the tune of his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. We've played 6. Business end of the 7th pitcher of the afternoon for Tennessee will continue to work and see Jamie Palmise, who hits for the 4th time today. Well, Southern Conference teams, beware. These Bucks, they are legit. 15-4. here in this young season with SoCon play about to start. Krenzel wings at a strike at 92 miles per hour. And got a feeling these Bucks are certainly going to be a problem for the SoCon, a team with NCAA tournament aspirations and a SoCon title certainly on their minds this year.
Definitely, and I think that based off of their performance today, they've got all the potential in the world to win the SoCon and then move on to postseason.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Jamie Palmise. An incredible effort, not in time, but that is the range Ariel Antigua gives you to somehow keep that on the infield. Palmise, a good runner, beats it anyway.
I mean, holy cow. The effort from Antigua there and to make an accurate throw in that position. I mean, look at that. He's falling backwards and so far away and still able to make that incredible catch and play.
Tennessee has had some terrific defensive middle infielders under Tony Vitello. Feels like we might be watching the best one out there right now at shortstop for Ariel Antigua as Krenzel starts off Blake Jacklin with a strike. And what a luxury that could be for Tony Vitello and Tennessee in the SEC as a defensive replacement or as a guy battling to start every day.
Yeah, and I really think if Antigua could figure out how to get on base, that is what's going to put him over the top. If he could consistently hit, he would be an everyday starter in my opinion.
4 for 15 at the dish, 267 average coming into this one. Certainly a player with just a world of potential for Tony Vitello. Pickoff throw over to first. Back in time is Palmise. Got a lot of pop in this part of the order. Blake Jacklin, Cody Miller, Cooper Torres, 2, 3, and 4. 0-2. And an interesting decision for ETSU. Do you try to manufacture one more? Try to run? Try to just put the ball in the infield? Or do you swing away with a lineup with so much pop and home run ability at the top as well? 1-2 misses outside. Clearly they're going to let Jacklin just try to swing away with the speedy Cody Miller up next.
Right here, ETSU really going to want to try to tack on some insurance runs. They know what this Tennessee offense can do, and even though enough.
Productive out for Jacklin with Keelan ranging left and making a nice throw. Showing off his range as well. Palmise will sprint down to second. There is one away for Cody Miller, the shortstop, who has been on base every time he's come to the dish. Singled and scored in the first, a 2-run homer in the third, a walk and a stolen base back in that 5th inning. First pitch to him, a fastball that just misses the edge. The 1-0. Trying to bunt his way on for another infield hit, something Jacklin did back in that 5th inning. Certainly an ETSU team that can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Definitely, and they've proved that today with the small ball and the home runs and the stolen bases. Some great defensive plays. Great pitching performance.
And a good pitch there for Krenzel to get ahead, 1-2. Big spot here in the top of the 7th. Breaking ball almost got all the way back to the corner. 2-2. Tony Vitello would certainly like for his team to obviously not be down and not have to be in this position, but I imagine he'll be pleased with high leverage opportunities for players looking to make a name for themselves. Love work from the Tennessee shortstop, but these speedy ETSU batters continue to beat it out.
Yeah, we knew Miller had a lot of speed, and you can see it right there. He puts his head down and just takes off. Antigua also having to try and field that ball with Palmies in the way.
So now the second baseman, Cooper Torres, who brought home a run back in the first with a single, struck out in the third, and flew out in the fifth. The seventh, Jay Abernathy, who with the glove and on the base paths had a terrific series over the weekend against Florida, will look to spark a Tennessee rally against Brady Frederick.
Jay Abernathy is an elite player. He's got so many tools in his pocket.
We'll see what that means defensively for Tennessee as Abernathy replaces Ariel Antigua at the dish. 47 pitches, now 48 from Brady Frederick, and a breaking ball in there for a strike. Abernathy was 2 for 7, 4 runs against the Gators. A lot of speed. 0-2, chopped left side, foul. Typically, Jay Abernathy, when he gets on, comes around to score. He has touched home in 8 of the last 9 games. And this freshman is going to be a star for Tony Vitello in Tennessee.
I agree with that 100%. When he gets on, it's almost a guaranteed run. He's got so much speed, and he reads the bases so well.
Frederick just misses the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Good job waiting on that breaking ball as Abernathy stays alive. The 1-2. That went way outside. And it's like the 7th inning stretch, and hearing "Take Me Out of the Ball Game" has woken up this crowd a little bit more, now waiting on every pitch. The 2-2. Good eye. And how many times have we seen Brady Frederick do this? Get ahead 0-2, run the count full, and then still retire the batter.
Yeah, quite a few times, actually.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Frederick.
Jay's doing a great job of fouling off the pitches that maybe aren't the ones that he wants to hit, but he knows are close to the zone.
Full count pitch. Walked him. What an at-bat from the freshman who works a walk and gives Tennessee a lot of speed on the base paths to open the 7th.
Great way to get things started for the Volunteers. Like we've said, when he's on the bases, there is a really great chance that he's going to score. And now with Dean Curley stepping up to the plate, hasn't been his night. However, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Curley still has so much potential. He's a fantastic hitter.
Runner on first, Abernathy. And the first pitch to Curley's popped straight up. Shallow right, Torres ranging back. Reaches up and makes the catch. Like you said, not the best night for Dean Curley. Now 0 for 4 today. Still time to maybe have another impact on this game, but we'll have to watch now as Gavin Keelan stands in.
This is a good spot for the Volunteers. Keelan already with a home run today. Looks like
You're on for ETSU. Before we talk about him, though, Caleb, what a job by Brady Frederick today holding this lead down for ETSU.
absolutely incredible performance from Frederick. He can be so happy with the way that he performed today against this Tennessee team, against probably one of the toughest offenses in the nation right now, and doing it in front of his home crowd, I'm sure, made him feel even better.
This will be Andrew Ronnie with a 1.74 ERA. 1-0 this season. 10 1/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. He has walked 10 batters and struck out 13 in those 10 innings. And he'll face Gavin Keelan first up. Swing and a miss. Big cut had him fooled. Ronnie, the closer for ETSU, with 2 saves as well this year. And they want him to take this the rest of the way, the Bucks, with 1 out in the top half of the 7th.
ETSU doing what they think is necessary to beat the #1 team in the nation.
1-1 to Keelan will miss. And the walks, a concern for ETSU against a very patient Tennessee lineup in a patient part of the order. That one roped foul with steam behind it off the bat of Gavin Keelan.
Yeah, that ball was a missile.
Keelan homered back in the 5th to cut the lead to 1. Abernathy standing at first as Keelan watches this one miss upstairs. Full count. Now we'll see if the runner Abernathy perhaps gambles and gets a head start over at first at 3-2. One down, and the tying run is in scoring position for Tennessee, and Hunter Ensley coming to the plate.
And I think Keelan was just playing smart there, knowing the amount of walks that Ronnie has given up in the amount of innings that he's pitched, pretty much averaging a walk an inning, testing him to see if he would be able to come back.
So we mentioned earlier, Hunter Ensley is one of the clutchest players to wear a Tennessee uniform. Ropes this one foul. If that finds the corner, Keelan is probably thinking about giving Tennessee a lead, scoring all the way from first.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if that makes it to that left field corner, I could see Keelan going all the way.
Tennessee 0 for 9 with runners on today. Good pitch, 95 miles per hour. Some heat from Andrew Ronnie to get ahead 0-2.
It's so interesting, the strategy there versus Ensley and Keelan. Keelan was seeing a lot of...
And we got a brand new ball game in the home half of the 7th.
Hunter Clutch Ensley gets things going left field. Slides into second, nice and easy. The Tennessee fans all on their feet.
4 all for Andrew Fisher, who watches a ball. We mentioned good things happen when Jay Abernathy gets on base, and that full count walk to start the inning proves to be critical. And now Fisher's ahead 2-0. And Jay Abernathy now has scored in 9 of the last 10 games for Tennessee.
I think that the coaching staff should look at that and say, hey, we should make sure he's getting on base somehow.
Fisher chops one down the first base line. Ronnie continues to battle back. Chance for Tennessee to hang a crooked number here in the 7th. That one lifted foul. Interesting, the defensive decisions there from ETSU. As the ball was pitched, see the three infielders on that right-hand side, they almost started jogging in together right as soon as that ball was released by Ronnie. 2-2. Roped, right field line, foul ball.
I love the life that has now been breathed back into this stadium. All the Tennessee fans jumping to their feet.
It certainly does not feel like a Tuesday midweek game. This now feels like a weekend game against a conference team. 2-2 to Fisher. Got him looking, strike three. Pressure pitch, Andrew Ronnie with some paint. His first strikeout.
And the Tennessee fans do not like that call, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of it either. I do think that maybe was a little too far inside, and there was a lot of movement from the catcher.
I'm with you. Levi Clark next. High and tight. Clark, a .431 batter who walked to the first, flew out in the third, and struck out swinging in the fifth. Big spot here. Little cue shot foul. Now, we've talked a lot this year, and it's easy to make the comparisons between the 2024 Vols and the 2025 Vols. And it is very early, but it's the game-defining moments like this one that really allows you to learn what a team's made of.
Definitely, just that grittiness. Does your team have what it takes to come back in these tough innings?
Certainly had it on Sunday in the comeback win over Florida. When they have a spark, oftentimes a flame is not far behind it, this Tennessee offense. The 2-1. That one bounces up there. Good block by Yakubinis behind the dish. Clark in a great spot, up 3-1. And Reese Chapman, who's hit 2 grand slams this season, waiting on deck. The 3-1. In there for a strike, as Clark was a couple of steps to the first base bag and will now call time to regroup. Aaron Davis not giving Tennessee anything behind the dish here in this 7th. There has not been a bias or a benefit of the doubt for the number 1 team in the land.
Definitely not, and I really like that decision by Clark to just take a moment after getting that call, not going the way you want it to, just to regroup and then come back.
3-2 stays alive. Clark, who walked in the first, the only time he's been on base today. 1 for his last 8, going back to the start of the weekend against Florida. Is the freshman is full of volunteers for the right fielder, Reese Chapman. And great plate discipline here in this inning, Kaylin. That's 3 walks here in the 7th for the Vols.
Yeah, incredible discipline from the Volunteers. We knew that that was part of their game, though, already with the amount of walks that they've had, and it looks like there will be a mound conference for the Buccaneers.
When they had a Knoxville pitcher come in, Brady Frederick was absolutely terrific. Former Bearden Bulldog. Well, now they go to Grace Christian Academy's Landon Crumbley, also calling Knoxville home. Played baseball at Walter State Community College as well, right up the road, but he's a man who has pitched a lot this season. 17 2/3, a .255 earned run average, but controls his pitches very well. 16 strikeouts to only 5 walks so far this season. Pitched over the weekend 3 1/3 against Longwood in that 5-4 win on Saturday. And he has got runners at all bases. Keelan at third, Ensley at second, Clark at first, and Reese Chapman at the dish.
This is a huge pressure-filled moment for Crumbley. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chapman, who hasn't had the best night, 0 for 3, but you know the damage that he's capable of.
Yaka Bennett's, he's punched out looking, and there's one away. Going to bring up Grant Gallagher up next. This, I think, could already, Kalen, be described with how good this freshman class is as deep a team as Tony Vitello's ever had.
Right. Very rarely do you see a team that has so many good freshmen who are playing like they've got all this experience at this level of baseball. And I think that the coaching staff, I think that the Tennessee fans can all be really excited about what these underclassmen are going to be able to do in the future. And even later on in the postseason. I mean, if they're this good now with the amount of experience that they have, imagine once they get through SEC play.
1-1 to Grant Gallagher. Swung on and missed out in front. Gallagher with 11 home runs this season. Without a base hit today. After a 4 for 12 series against Longwood over the weekend. The 1-2. That one gets all the way behind Peebles. 2-2. Been really impressed with Brayden Krenzel and his stuff on the mound tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that's one reason why Tennessee coaching staff wanted to put him in.
Lifted into center as Ensley, right on the edge of the TriStar in center field, will reach up and make the grab. 2 up and 2 down.
With this being such a close ball game, they want to put one of their best arms on the mound. They want to win this ball game. This is a midweek game, but it still means just as much.
Not a lot of pitchers with 4 1/3 of their name with stuff like Krenzel's. As he gets ahead a little, had him fooled. 0-1. An ETSU batter has reached base in every inning of this game. 0-2 as Tennessee looks for its first 1-2-3 frame defensively of the night.
This breaking ball that Krenzel is throwing is so nasty.
Looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. Missed with a breaking ball. They'll check down at first. And the first base umpire, Anthony Perez, said he didn't go.
Almost got him again on that pitch. He wanted it.
Payoff pitch. They'll check down again. Didn't go again.
I think that one was maybe a little bit closer than the previous one. I love that, though. I love that they went right back to that breaking ball, that off-speed pitch. He showed previously that he still wanted it, so you want to go right back at him with it. Say, hey, can you lay off of it a second time?
See what they go back to here at 3-2. Krenzel trying not to lose. Joey Little. As Cooper Torres held the bag for now. Marin down at first. We will get a second look at this one.
You can hear the uproar of the Tennessee fans. Coach Tony Vitello immediately comes out of the dugout asking for it to be reviewed.
Third review on a play where we're trying to figure out if the fielder kept a foot on the bag. On first glance, I didn't think he did. Oh, it's hard to tell.
It is so
control of it.
That's my question.
Torres, because it's disappears in the mitt. But is there any kind of bobble here? Foot off there for sure. It's really close.
It is very, very close. And unfortunately, from this far away, it is very difficult to tell when he has control of the ball.
Of course, there are more angles they are looking at. That's what we can show you. Those Hawkeye camera angles with cameras all around, giving the umpires the closest look possible at this in a critical moment in this game. Either first and second, nobody out, or a runner on first with one out, where a ground ball could end the inning and send us to the ninth. So you see there, the eyes in the sky. Here's a look. So ball secure there.
That's a tough one, and I think that's probably why they're taking so long to review it.
Here is the verdict.
After further review, the call is out at second base.
Out at second. So a great play by Grant Gallagher. Got to give him credit either way for trapping that ball, quickly getting to his feet and making that throw. And perhaps an even better pick by Cooper Torres over there at second, too.
Definitely. That's a huge play for ETSU.
So does Jay Abernathy have another clutch moment in him today. Came around to score to tie the game after walking in the seventh. That one bounces up there. Good trap again by Yakubinis. Boy, other than the one error by Torres that allowed 2 Tennessee runs to score in the first, ETSU, Kaylin, has been terrific defensively tonight.
100%. Their defense has been top tier, really.
The one
around the bag. He got in his way.
I would imagine this will put a runner at third for Tennessee.
I would agree. I do too. He's got to have a clear path to be able to round the bag, and he wasn't able to do that.
And Tony Vitello is going to get his money's worth. And again, a massive, massive call that could have put a runner one base away from a lead in the eighth.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's got the, I don't know if that's a rule book pamphlet or what, but, I mean, I am definitely on the side of I believe that there should be a runner at third right now.
Here is another look. Torres throws it away. I think that is a really tough break for Tennessee. As Landon Crumbley will breathe a big sigh of relief that there are only runners at first and second. And he is going to exit. That pitcher is this man, Colin Eaton. A 5'11 junior from Cartersville, Georgia. Transfer from Gordon State College. Joins the Bucks this year after 2 seasons there, where he started 12 games with a 4.06 ERA a season ago. 8 2/3 this year for Eaton. 5 walks to 14 strikeouts, a 3.12 ERA. Gave up a pair of earned runs at Georgia a week ago in the 8-6 loss for ETSU, as the Bucks find themselves 1 week later in a tight game against elite SEC competition again. And Dean Curley getting ready to stand in. He is 0 for 4 tonight.
Curley definitely due. Hasn't had the offensive productive night he's used to.
Righty on righty, with Marin at second and Abernathy at first. And the first pitch, a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Tennessee, the unanimous number one for the 19th week. All of those weeks since 2022 for this program. Looking to keep it that way as the 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
I love the effort that we're seeing from Jacobin as he is doing such a great job behind the plate, keeping balls in front, keeping runners from advancing.
The 2-0 to Curley. That one's lifted foul. It'll escape the ballpark. Tennessee today, uncharacteristically poor with runners on. 1 for 14, the Vols, with runners on base. The 2-1, fouled straight back. Tennessee as well, 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Sometimes that's going to happen. You're going to have nights where offense is just not working for you, and as a team, you have to collectively come together and figure out a way to score.
2-2. Just missed. And the ETSU dugout wanted that one badly. Full count, 1 away to the Tennessee leadoff hitter. Breaking ball that's fouled straight up and back. We'll do it again. But again, like you said, Kalen, at the beginning of the ball game, Dean Curley, this is what he does. He sees a lot of pitches.
And normally pretty consistent about getting on base, which is why he's in that leadoff spot.
Nowhere to put Gavin Keelan, who already has a home run tonight. A chance to break this one wide open for the top-ranked Volunteers.
And the numbers are definitely in favor for Keelan in this spot, batting .500 with bases loaded.
Keelan, the first Tennessee batter to double-digit home runs this season, with that home run earlier tonight. None of those 10 have been grand slams. The Vols as a team have 8 of those. Most recently against St. Bonaventure back on March 8th. Big cut by Keelan. He was looking for one. So Keelan, single in the first, ground down to the third, homer in the fifth, and a walk in the seventh. That one misses outside. A walk would certainly get the job done for Tennessee here as well.
And, I mean, you can tell even just by that take that Keelan wants to hit. He is looking for a pitch here.
Not that one, though, as the 1-1 catches a corner. Keelan didn't like it. Neither did the crowd in orange. The 1-2. Roped down the right field line, foul. Nearly timed up that breaking pitch to clear the bases. The 1-2. Misses.
And I'm on the edge of my seat here, just
make the catch, but not before a 2 RBI 1-0 before they head to Tuscaloosa. It'll be the Tennessee closer, Ryan Combs, getting an opportunity, 2.84 ERA, looking to pick up save number 2 of the season. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 12 strikeouts to just 3 walks. And Kalen Combs, just like his brother Aaron, similar delivery, similar personality, getting an opportunity just like Aaron did for the Vols last year to shut the door.
Big moment here for Combs after that major inning from Ensley. Tennessee putting up 2 runs, and now Combs looking to close the door on ETSU.
Tristan Curlis will be the first man up. 8, 9, and 1 due up for ETSU. Curlis, who homered back in the second. The first man against Combs, who just misses with a breaking ball.
It's a nice miss from Combs.
Continuing to throw to Cannon Peebles behind the dish. Tried to frame that one as well. Didn't find the zone either. And you can tell the frustration from Peebles with how long he's paused after both of those pitches. See home plate umpire Aaron Davis chatting a bit with Tony Vitello after that last pitch. Two-0. Missed again. That one not near as close as the first two.
And as a pitcher, that is difficult, trying to deal with an umpire who doesn't give you those calls, but you can't control that. You can only control yourself. And so in this moment, he's got to be able to come back just like that.
And that one's a strike, despite what Tristan Curlis, the first baseman, thought. Three-one. Big cut and a miss. Combs battling back well. Transfer from Polk State College in Florida. Combs, the payoff pitch. Fouled right at the ETSU dugout. Look alive down there. That'll scatter you off that fence. Three balls, two. A seeing eye single for Tristan Curlis, his second hit of the evening. And the tying run comes to the plate for ETSU. Great piece of hitting here.
Great job by Curlis to keep ETSU alive. That ball was on the outside corner, and he hits it in that 5-6 hole with Curley shading more towards second base.
And a pinch hitter here for ETSU. This is Axel Melendez, the lefty. 327 hitter, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Breaking ball misses as Combs looks for control. And Dean Curley's going to have a word with him. Melendez has started 15 games this year, freshman from Puerto Rico. He was the man who won ETSU its game on Saturday against Longwood in extra innings. Game-winning 11th inning RBI. As the 1-0 misses badly again.
You can see Peebles there talking to him, say, hey, you know, throw it to me, right through me, you and me right here.
And for the first time tonight, Frank Anderson emerges from the Tennessee dugout to have a word with his pitcher. Wasn't a bad pitch by any means to Tristan Curlis at 3-2. Just a spectacular piece of hitting.
Yeah.
And again, that's been a theme for this ETSU team and for this Tennessee team. The score not emblematic of some of the mature at-bats we've seen from these batters tonight.
Definitely. I think a lot of things have just kind of gone the way of ETSU in this game, finding the holes and, you know, really just sticking the bat out there, making something happen, not taking anything away. They have definitely done some fantastic things offensively and defensively.
2-0. Whatever Frank Anderson said worked, at least for that pitch. 2-1.
Sometimes that's all you need is just your pitching coach coming out there and giving you maybe like a review of what the plan is a little bit against that hitter, what you want to throw and how to expect them to react. They're the ones who have done all of the scouting and all of the reports. They know exactly what these hitters do well and what they don't.
Melendez ahead 3-1. The pitch. Got him. Strike 2. As Melendez took a step on down to first. Let's see if they put the runner in motion here, Curtis, to try to avoid a double play on the full count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Combs battles back. The 8th strikeout of the night for Tennessee pitching. None bigger than this one.
Phenomenal pitch by Combs. Huge out, number 1 in the 9th.
So now the leadoff man, Jamie Palmise. Yeah, one of those moments that makes you love and hate this sport, depending on which side of it you're on. One swing could end it or tie it as Combs continues to battle. Swing and a miss way out in front. Palmise was fooled.
That off speed wasn't working for him to begin with, but right there, that couldn't have been more beautifully placed.
7 home runs for Palmise, the leadoff man this season. The 1-1. Good location on that fastball, strike 2. So
Palmise waits on this ball, absolutely annihilates it off the score.
Florida just a third of an inning, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits in the Friday night win, commonly following Liam Doyle. Tonight, though, a different task for the righty, who played high school baseball at Jefferson County High School in Jefferson City. That is not far from either of these institutions. Facing Blake Jacklin, the right fielder, the second place hitter in the order. Tony Vitello putting in one of his best arms here to try to keep this one right where it is.
I think it's the right call. ETSU is definitely not messing around. They want to take this game from number 1. And really all this Tennessee team needs to do is get 2 outs and get back in the dugout, hopefully for them produce.
That one misses at 97 miles per hour. A different level of velocity from Franklin than anyone else who has touched that mound tonight. 1-1. Good pitch. Finds the edge at 91. A lot of movement on that one at 1-2. 17 strikeouts, just 1 walk already in 11 innings so far for Franklin. 1-2 misses at 99.
Yeah, that's speed that these ETSU hitters aren't used to hitting.
The 2-2. Chopped foul. Good job staying alive for Jacklin. Just 1 hit in the Longwood series over the weekend for Jacklin. Another JUCO transfer for the Bucks. 2-2. Got him. Strike 3. Franklin comes in and strikes out the second place batter swinging. 9th strikeout of the night for Tennessee pitching. And some heat.
Gets the swing and miss there on that heater on the corner. Tennessee now with 2 outs.
And Cody Miller, the shortstop. Big cut and miss. Had him fooled a bit there.